Hey YouTube, it's Craig here, and I'm back with another video. This one is going to be another unboxing. This is the Montblanc Heritage Rouge and Noir Special Edition pen. And as well as I'm going to go through some of the other Montblanc accessories that I've gotten lately. So let's get right into it and check it out. Alright, so I actually picked this pen up off eBay. I was trying to buy it online through Apple Boom Pen, but it was sold out. There's the info on the pen. It is brand new. I got really lucky. I put it in an offer on eBay, and the guy accepted my offer, so I got it for a good price. What I feel like a good price was on this pen. I mean, this is an expensive pen. Getting something brand new from Montblanc. So let's open up this packaging. You have the little booklet talking about and then the service guide. So it didn't come with a card or anything, but it did come filled out. There you go. This pen was purchased back in May of this year. Okay, there's 4 versions of this pen. It came in that coral, came in that chocolate brown colored one, and this black version. And there's another version that's hydro dipped. I'll try and pop a photo of that one up, but the hydro dipped one came later on. Here we have the standard Montblanc box. Inside we have the pen, and here's the pen. And it is, according to the seller, the guy who sold it to me on eBay, he had inked it up once, and that was it. And it still has its little fine sticker on it. It looked like he peeled it off and then put it back on when he was selling it, but here's some details of the pen. You can see the Montblanc logo, the vintage logo on the side of the cap. There you have the snake clip. This is actually where the serial number is. You can see the serial number right there on the back of the snake's body. And it says made in Germany and metal underneath the clip. It's just really hard to tell. There you go. Made in Germany and metal underneath the clip. This is probably my favorite Montblanc pen. Probably my favorite pen at the moment. It is very thin, especially if you compare it to, say, like the 149. You can see how much thinner this pen is. You know, and it's a lot shorter too. Do this side-by-side comparison. You know, gigantic pen versus skinny little pen. But the weight on this pen is really nice. I'll even compare this to the Egyptomania that I got. It's a smaller pen than even the Egyptomania. Egyptomania is a little taller, but this one is heavier. And we'll get into why this one is heavier. This pen, the cap is actually really light because that is made out of precious resin, so it's a light little piece. There's that cool nib with the snake on it. And I currently have this inked up with Montblanc Mystery Black. And I'll do a writing sample for you guys. But there you go, 14 karat gold, rhodium plated nib. I love that the grip section is this satin finish, and it's just really comfortable to hold. And the barrel of the pen is lacquered, so it's lacquered metal. So it's actually a lot heavier. I mean, it's not super weighty or heavy or anything like that, but it's just much heavier than even the Egyptomania pen is, since this is just precious resin and this is metal. So the feel on this it feels incredible. And I'm okay with small pens because I have small hands. If you have larger hands, probably wouldn't recommend this pen so much just because it is very thin. It might be uncomfortable for you, but it's really comfortable for me. And then on the back, it has its piston knob. This is a piston filler pen. I have it all inked up, so I'm not gonna turn that knob anymore, but it's really nice. The nib, it's a fine, it feels really good. The whole action of just taking off the cap and putting it back on is really pleasant, really quiet, really extremely smooth. And then you get into like my Egyptomania, which I love, but it's a little more squeaky finish on there. This pen is still great and comfortable to hold and use. but you can just hear it's a little more squeaky. And this one is just super quiet. Really like the action of it. I love the logo on the finial. It's really nice. The clip is nice. I've already taken this out with me places and used it out and about. It's really awesome. I just can't get over how nice this pen is. And yeah, it's a small little, vintage styled pen, but it's pretty mighty. And the writing and sample, you'll see it's killer. This is the Montblanc Heritage Rouge and Noir. Red and black. And this is Montblanc Mystery Black. And this is a 14 karat gold. Fine nib. And it has some flex to it, and I love that. It's not a flex nib, but it definitely has that softness, so you can really spread those tines and get some really good line variation. There's no railroading. Haven't had any issues with that. You can see where right there, you can see where the feed hit the paper, so I dragged it down, but it just depends on how I'm holding it. Let's do a little bit of a wetness test. It's a pretty good, pretty juicy nib. You can go reverse. Not the best, but it's not really intended to be used in that way. The only time I ever really write reverse is when I'm just trying to maybe correct the tines a little bit, and then it just writes so wonderfully. So let's do the quick brown fox. And as far as fine writing goes, it tends to be a little more like a medium, but probably just because I keep, applying a little more pressure. But without the pressure, it's pretty, if I'm barely touching the pen to the paper, it's so glassy smooth. It just feels so good. No pressure, just holding the pen to the paper. And that's the line I get. And it's still pretty juicy. So just the slightest bit of pressure, you get a much thicker line. But it feels so good. This is definitely my favorite writer right now. And the Mystery Black, it's a black ink. It's not, it's not really waterproof or anything like that, but it's a black ink. It looks good. And I mean, I only really use these pens for journaling. So for what I need it for, it's been great. But that's the writing sample. I think it's great. I love this pen. And I'm happy to add it to my collection. As far as posting goes, it's not really meant to be posted, but it'll work if you really want it posted, but I don't recommend posting it. But do I recommend this pen? Yes, it might be a little out of your budget range, but for me, a piston filler, lacquered, vintage inspired fountain pen with a super rad looking nib and a super rad looking clip. Can't go wrong. Okay, so some accessories I've gotten lately. Some more ink. Mystery Black, Irish Green. You got Burgundy Red. Came in an older style box. And then this was a gift from my boyfriend's sister. But this is the Walt Disney Yellow. It is a yellow ink. It's pretty hard to see on camera. It's pretty hard to see when writing with it, but it's still cool. It's a special edition. And I work for Disney, so it's a cool thing to add to my collection. Along with that, I got the Walt Disney Great Characters notebook. And now I've started collecting these. So as you've seen before, I have the Egyptomania notebook. I have the Rudyard Kipling notebook. This is the Napoleon Bonaparte notebook. This is the Year of the Tiger notebook. This is the Montblanc M. Graham embossed notebook. Here is the homage to Moctezuma. Just think this one's pretty rad too. And lastly, I have one of the Around the World in 80 Days notebooks. There's two of them. There's a lighter blue one as well. But this is the one with the ship on the front and the waves embossed into it. So there you go. There's some of the Montblanc accessories that I have now. This has turned into a full-blown collection. And yeah, I'm going to keep collecting these. I really like them. I'm using just a black one right now as a sort of weekly YouTube journal. Just kind of keep track on my progress with my YouTube channel. So those are the accessories. And that's the video. Thanks so much, you guys, for checking it out. If you have any questions, go and leave a comment down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe for more content like this. And check out my Instagram at Roccanova if you want to see more stuff like this. And we'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.